Saturday, May 27, 2023, 03:41 a.m. Boulder Beach Boat Ramp, Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Memorial Day weekend surge echoes across Las Vegas, 30 miles west. 4 unmarked SUVs form a perimeter in the gravel lot. Body-worn cameras flicker to life. FBI Cyber Division agents approach a blue Toyota Corolla. The engine ticks as it cools. The trunk pops open. A laptop lid still radiates warmth. An air-gapped Pelican case sits next to Ziploc bags filled with prepaid phones. Casino player club cards fan across the spare tire like scattered IDs. Agent Martinez photographs a key ring. One YubiKey doesn't match standard vendor inventory. The serial number ends in CNFC. Not on any approved list. Inside the Pelican case, a Raspberry Pi 4B with dual network adapters, a USB to serial cable coiled like a question mark. Printed cron job schedules still smell of laser toner. On the passenger seat, a micro SD card in a clear sleeve. Label reads Comp Batch, Comp Set 0527. Last modified timestamp 03:07 a.m. 18 minutes ago. Tire treads show recent stops. Dust analysis will later reveal particles from an NGCB-inspected garage downtown. The driver emerges without resistance. Nolan Graves, age 34. Systems technician, third-party vendor for casino management software. His contractor badge swings from a retractable cord. Investigators would later trace it back to one overlooked detail. Security log, Clark County Sheriff, 03:41 a.m. Subject secured without incident. How did a contract tech move $14.3 million in casino credits without touching cash and stay ahead of the FBI Cyber Division for 4 months? Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit hype to boost this episode. Drop a comment below with your city or country. I'm always curious where viewers are joining from. Nolan Graves lives in a 1-bedroom apartment off East Lake Mead Boulevard in North Las Vegas. Rent, $1,240 monthly. W-2 forms show income from Whitaker Systems Group, a federal contractor specializing in casino management software. His work takes him to 3 locations: Downtown Grand in Old Vegas, a North Strip Locals property, and a Henderson Tribal Partner card room. Integration sites for loyalty kiosk firmware, player tier recalculations, cage floor reconciliation scripts. His motivation clusters around 3 forces: boredom, ego, greed. A promotion stalled 18 months ago. Student loans total $47,000. On underground forums, he posts under the handle Midas Patch about system vulnerabilities. Daily tools: Dell Latitude Service Laptop, YubiKeys CNFC for 2-factor authentication, contractor badge with chip and mag stripe, thermal test vouchers for loyalty systems, a travel Pelican case, Faraday sleeve for phone isolation. January 9th, 2023. 11:18 p.m. Everything changes during a routine promotional credit import at the Downtown Grand. A software glitch causes 312 player accounts to receive duplicate comp credits. The system flags them as non-redeemable within minutes, but not immediately. Graves watches the loyalty system's delayed response. Promotional credits post to Wallet B before anti-abuse checks refresh at 2:02 a.m. A 17-minute window exists after the Euro 143 loyalty promotion batch. In an old binder, he finds a laminated sheet labeled Nightly Jobs from a retired technician. The cron schedule lists outdated times that still match production systems. Nobody updated the documentation. January 12th, 01:46 a.m. He confirms that tier boost mathematics run on previous player score snapshots. The timing seam proves exploitable. He sketches a timeline on grid paper. Red blocks mark pre-AOC redemption periods. AOC, anti-abuse and organizational controls. The system's fraud detection. His background remains clean. No criminal record. Pays taxes quarterly. Lives quietly. But questions multiply in his notebook. If the promotional numbers were wrong, who had the authority to change them? Casino management systems divide into 8 core modules: accounts, comps, promo engine, marker credit, cage operations, slots Tito, table ratings, and AML compliance. Each module operates independently but shares data through synchronized databases. Integration points create potential vulnerabilities. Data flows through a predictable pathway across casino networks. SFTP servers receive promotional files from marketing departments. Staging databases process uploads using PostgreSQL triggers. Extract, transform, load procedures migrate records to production systems. The promo grant table feeds Wallet B promotional balances. Anti-abuse checks refresh automatically. Redemption APIs serve kiosks and cage terminals throughout properties. FBI cyber analysis. Legacy service account. SVC loyalty retained write access during whitelisted maintenance windows. The timing seam centers on nightly tier recalculation procedures. Arrow 1:30 to 01:45. Promotional upload batch executes precisely at 01:43. AOC refresh triggers systematically at 2:00. 17 minutes of wallet spending allowed on unrefreshed fraud flags. Window proven exploitable through careful observation. Graves assembles his exploitation toolkit methodically. Raspberry Pi 4B single-board computer provides portable processing power. PiJuice UPS battery hat ensures power backup during operations. USB to RS-232 adapter enables kiosk console access through serial ports. SHA-K5 LAN turtle facilitates network bridging without detection. PowerShell scripts developed. Grant comp TOS1 and revoke Anashon Shadow PS1. Security incident, BugGS 44172. Kiosk, firmware regression reported, vendor patch scheduled. January 19th, 02:04 a.m. First microtest executed at local's property. He grants $25 promotional credit to dormant player account under his control. Redeems credit at loyalty kiosk for slot machine play. System reversal posts automatically after AOC refresh cycle. Net transaction registers 0. Operation remains undetected. Safety confirmed. January 25th, 01:47 a.m. Second test expands operational scope systematically. He inserts $200 promotional credits across 10 carefully selected test accounts. Redeems small amounts for food comps and minor gaming credits. System flags reversals as expired comp spend rather than fraud activity. Classification provides operational cover. February 2nd, 01:41 a.m. First documented failure threatens operational security. Kiosk firmware crashes unexpectedly during serial injection attempt. Security officer approaches requesting badge identification. Graves improvises explanation citing vendor patch regression and logs official support ticket. Incident passes without escalation or investigation. Through systematic process observation, he discovers critical API behavior. The Redeem API trusts promo grant line items automatically when source field equals guest recovery. AML thresholds ignore guest recovery transactions until daily limits reach $5,000 per individual account. Regulatory loophole provides exploitation pathway. Money conversion follows established casino procedures. Promotional credits convert to table buy-ins through cage operations. Buy-ins offset existing marker balances via accounting reconciliation. Markers refund to linked bank accounts through automated ACH transfers. Clean money exits casino systems legitimately. FinCEN report, subject research non-contiguous property patterns to avoid AML aggregation. February 9th, 1:44 a.m. He notices promotional IDs become non-sequential when batch processes restart after failed ETL operations. Database restarts create ideal conditions for inserting extra rows without triggering sequential validation checks. System weakness identified and documented. February 12th, 01:46 to 01:57 a.m. Third micro test pushes operational boundaries systematically. He inserts $1,800 promotional credits across 6 mule accounts using restart window. Cage converts credits to chips without additional verification. Brief gambling establishes transaction legitimacy. Color up and exit procedures completed. Reconciliation reports classify transactions as standard guest recovery. No fraud flags triggered. The 17-minute timing seam proves scalable across multiple properties. Legacy service account SVCR loyalty retains write access during whitelisted maintenance windows. Multi-factor authentication exempted for approved vendor operations during designated periods. Database staging environment mirrors production topology exactly. Promotional batch processing utilizes PostgreSQL triggers for validation. ETL pipeline validates source attribution through automated scripts. Guest recovery bypass logic coded into AML detection algorithms. Historical audit trails reveal systematic pattern gaps during holiday periods. Reconciliation procedures occur daily during standard business hours only. Exception reports print automatically but require manual review. Variance thresholds set artificially high for peak traffic periods. Cross-property data sharing enabled through interstate gaming compacts. Marker offset calculations simplified for operational efficiency. Cash conversion protocols streamlined during high-volume periods. Cage operations trust electronic authorizations without secondary verification. Bank integration APIs operate automatically during business hours. ACH processing follows Federal Reserve schedules precisely. Weekend settlements delayed according to banking regulations. Business day calculations appropriately include federal holidays. Internal IT memo, batch processing windows unchanged since 2019 migration. System architecture analysis reveals additional vulnerabilities. Network segmentation incomplete between staging and production environments. Database credentials shared across multiple service accounts. Maintenance windows overlap with reduced monitoring coverage. Promotional credit validation logic contains embedded exceptions. Guest recovery transactions bypass normal verification procedures. Cross-property redemption enabled through partnership agreements. Audit trail generation inconsistent during peak periods. Transaction volume analysis shows predictable patterns. Holiday weekends generate maximum promotional activity. Staffing reductions correlate with oversight gaps. Automated monitoring sensitivity decreased during high traffic periods. Risk assessment confirms exploitation viability. Timing windows remain consistent across observed periods. Technical infrastructure supports scaled operations. Financial pathways proven through testing methodology. But surveillance cameras weren't always disabled during maintenance windows. Memorial Day weekend 2023 offers optimal conditions. Peak tourist traffic stretches AML staffing. Holiday schedules reduce oversight. Gaming floors operate at maximum capacity. Graves selects 3 properties. Las Vegas Strip, Locals Heavy Casino on the north end. Downtown Las Vegas property, and a Reno satellite partner for cross-property redemptions. Geographic distribution prevents pattern recognition. Change authorization board, firmware maintenance approved, Aero 1003:30 a.m. Tickets KBLV026, CABDT0526, CIBRN0526. Team structure remains minimal. Nolan handles technical operations alone. 2 unwitting players recruited through private forum messages as UX test participants, Ivy Callahan and Jonah Mercer. Payment offered for research participation. Neither understands the true scope. Ivy works part-time at a Henderson call center. Jonah drives for a rideshare company. Both need extra income. Both respond to encrypted DMs about loyalty system testing. Equipment inventory meticulously assembled. 3 MiFi mobile hotspots with unlimited data plans. Clone facility key cards using RFID writer purchased in Phoenix. YubiKey clone labeled SVC low YB programmed with extracted OTP seeds. 4 prepaid Visa cards loaded through Bitcoin conversion. Thermal voucher stock paper ordered from legitimate supplier. Lock bypass shims crafted from titanium stock. Faraday pouches for device isolation. USB drives with portable tools. Account infrastructure spans months of preparation. 64 sleeper player profiles distributed across 3 loyalty programs. Birth dates spaced to avoid algorithmic pattern detection. Social security numbers generated using area number combinations from deceased persons. Addresses registered to UPS store mailboxes in Nevada, California, and Arizona. Bank account links route to 2 LLC shell companies. Red Coyote LLC, incorporated in Montana. Eastline Analytics LLC, established in Delaware. IRSCI financial analysis. Target amount 14.3 million, distributed over 90-minute operational window. Money routing follows the established exploitation path. Credits convert to table buy-ins at cage windows. Buy-ins offset existing marker balances through accounting reconciliation. Cage operations refund markers via ACH transfers to corporate accounts. Clean money exits the casino system within business day +1. No cash handling required. Electronic transfers only. His seating script, Grant Comp 1, Writes database rows with source field guest recovery and note field kiosk outage make good. Credit amounts range from $500 to $7,500 per player profile. Amounts calculated to stay below individual AML reporting thresholds. Distribution appears random, but follows mathematical progression. Total allocation designed to clear within 90 minutes. Redundancy planning includes revoke issue shadow.ps1 for emergency rollback if AOC processes execute early. Script can unwind 90% of transactions in under 60 seconds. Database triggers support rapid deletion, audit trail manipulation built into rollback procedures, clean exit strategy regardless of technical complications. NGCB investigation report. Subject edited maintenance window time to 02:15 a.m. to avoid auditor overlap. March 1st, near failure during comprehensive dry run testing. NGCB compliance auditor requests complete vendor access list during routine inspection. Graves modifies change ticket timestamps retroactively through administrative interface. Backdated documentation appears legitimate. Crisis avoided through quick thinking. Lesson learned about overlapping schedules. Kiosk preparation involves flashing development firmware with extended maintenance mode display ribbons. Camera blind spot confirmed at one downtown kiosk through chrome pillar reflections observed during multiple site visits. Security patrol timing documented through week-long observation. Guard rotation schedules noted. Surveillance camera pan patterns memorized. Technical hardening implemented systematically. Pi configured as transparent network bridge to avoid detection. MAC address spoofed to match retired kiosk controller from decommissioned equipment list. Cron job schedule precisely calibrated 01:43 to 10, 01:46:40, 01:52:0. Network traffic shaping configured to match normal maintenance patterns. Incident log. Badge reader rejection at 1:05 during rehearsal. Subject tailgated janitorial crew. Second near failure occurs during badge authentication rehearsal. Card reader rejects cloned badge due to timing, synchronization error. Graves tailgates cleaning staff carrying trash bags through employee entrance. No security challenge issued. Security guards assume contractor status. Uniform appearance provides credible cover. Badge timing issue resolved through frequency adjustment. Documentation camouflage includes uploading fake firmware checksum PDF to change management system. SHA-256 hash appears valid, but references prior software build from archive repository. File size matches expected parameters. Metadata timestamps altered to appear current. Cursory review passes inspection without technical verification. April 7, 02:02 a.m. He confirms AOC refresh timing varies plus 2 minutes during weekend batch processing overlap due to increased system load. The 17-minute exploitation window sometimes extends to 19 minutes. Variable timing provides additional safety margin. Weekend operations offer optimal conditions. Cross-property integration proves crucial for operation scale. Reno facility accepts promotional credits issued by Las Vegas guest recovery protocols due to cross-earned partnership agreements negotiated years earlier. Cage policies remain inconsistent after 2 a.m. when management oversight reduces. Interstate gaming compacts enable credit transfers. Receipt archive. 2 Raspberry Pi units purchased cash. Micro Center, Tustin, CA. 3rd unit shipped to alias Evelyn Rowe. Hardware procurement trail carefully obscured. 2 Pi computers bought with cash at Micro Center in Tustin, California during business trip. 3rd unit shipped to private mailbox under Evelyn Rowe, alias with fake identification. Components purchased separately from different vendors. Assembly completed in apartment workshop. No electronic purchase records linking equipment to identity. April 24th brings 3rd near failure threatening operational security. Forum direct message gets reported to moderators by suspicious user. Graves deletes Midas patch account immediately and reappears as null guest using different encryption keys. Recruits Ivy through separate encrypted channel with enhanced OPSEC protocols. Digital footprint minimized through careful compartmentalization. Financial dry run validates exploitation methodology. $38,000 test operation executed across 3 nights in March. Casino reconciliation reports classify discrepancy as system promotional exhaustion, during high traffic period. No law enforcement referral generated. No compliance escalation triggered. Methodology proven effective at scale. One small oversight plants fatal seeds that will later enable investigation breakthrough. He reuses single prepaid SIM card between multiple mobile hotspots due to cost optimization. IMEI correlation becomes possible across all 3 operational sites through cellular tower logs. Single point of failure in otherwise sophisticated operational security. Change management. May 26, 2023. 11:58 p.m. Tickets set to in progress status. May 26, 2023. 23:58 hours. He updates change management tickets to in progress status across all 3 properties. Countdown begins to Memorial Day weekend operation. Final preparations complete. Team coordination confirmed. Equipment tested and positioned. Accounts verified and funded. Scripts debugged and optimized. Grant coordination scheduled by property for maximum efficiency. Downtown, Era 143. North Strip, Era 146. Reno, 0152. Staggered timing prevents simultaneous system stress that might trigger automated alerts. Geographic distribution reduces correlation probability. Timing windows calculated for optimal exploitation. Vehicle preparation demonstrates attention to operational detail. White Ford Transit rental with contractor ladder and magnetic signage reading Whitaker Systems Field Ops. Professional appearance designed for parking lot surveillance. Company logos match legitimate vendor credentials. License plates registered to shell company. Insurance documentation prepared. Exit strategy meticulously planned for all contingencies. After promotional grants complete successfully, mule players cycle through cage windows following predetermined scripts. ACH refunds route to corporate accounts within business day, +1 due to holiday processing delays. Nolan extracts to Boulder Beach before dawn, surveillance shift change at 04 Yo-Worm. But he trusts the system clocks across all 3 properties remain synchronized. Network time protocol synchronization wasn't always perfect across distributed casino systems. ACT-4, Operation Rehearsal 1, 31 a.m., May 27, 2023, downtown Las Vegas. Nolan connects the Pi Bridge behind kiosk DTK-12. Status LEDs pulse steady green. Camera dome reflection confirms blind spot integrity. No movement in surveillance booth windows. Loading dock access through employee entrance secured. Badge swipe logs show normal vendor maintenance pattern. No secondary authentication required during whitelisted maintenance window protocols. Security log downtown Grand, 0131 a.m., maintenance mode enabled, kiosk DTK-12. MiFi A hotspot establishes cellular connection through Verizon Tower in Henderson. IP address routes through carrier gateway with standard NAT. VPN tunnel unnecessary during maintenance exemption period. Network latency measures 47 milliseconds. Connection stable and encrypted. Grant script initializes successfully. PostgreSQL staging database accepts legacy service account credentials without challenge. Write permissions verified on promo grant table structure. Database schema matches expected configuration. Connection pool established with 5 concurrent threads. 01:34 a.m. Batch 1 execution begins on schedule. $4.2 million promotional credits seeded across 30 carefully selected player accounts. Source field populated. Guest recovery. Note field standardized. Kiosk outage make good. Transaction timestamps appear legitimate within normal variants. Redeem API confirms 200 OK responses for all seeded transactions. Credits post to Wallet B successfully without triggering immediate validation. Anti-abuse flags remain stale until scheduled on 2 powwow. Refresh cycle. System operates exactly as predicted during reconnaissance. 01:34 a.m. Ivy Callahan enters downtown casino floor wearing casual clothes and baseball cap. Player card scans at kiosk DTK-12 without incident. Credits appear in promotional balance display. Screen shows $7,500 available for redemption. First transaction, $2,500 promotional credit converted to table buy-in authorization. 01:35 a.m. Cage operation processed without additional verification. Chips issued for Blackjack Table 7. Ivy plays 3 hands methodically. Wins 1 hand worth $400. Colors up remaining chips after 8 minutes of play. Professional appearance maintained throughout. Promotional credits convert seamlessly through established pathways. No variance flags triggered in real-time monitoring systems. Transaction reconciliation deferred until standard business hours. System audit trails record patterns within normal operational parameters. 01:36 a.m. Transaction volumes measure within expected holiday ranges. Geographic distribution maintained properly across multiple account profiles. Timing coordination proceeds smoothly between sites. Communication protocols function correctly without detection. Technical infrastructure performs reliably under operational load. Database operations complete successfully with sub-second response times. Network connectivity remains stable across all connection points. Security monitoring systems show routine maintenance activity patterns. 01:38 a.m. Surveillance systems detect no anomalies during operational window. Personnel movements appear standard for holiday weekend maintenance. Equipment functionality verified continuously through automated monitoring. Operational security maintained completely according to plan. 01:40 a.m. Promotional credit redemption accelerates as Ivy moves between kiosks. Second redemption, $3,200 converted to marker offset through cage window. Cashier processes transaction with standard documentation. No secondary verification requested due to guest recovery classification. 01:42 a.m. Database synchronization performs flawlessly across distributed casino systems. Network infrastructure supports operations consistently without triggering load balancing. Security protocols function without detection by automated monitoring systems. 01:43 a.m. North Strip property. Nolan reaches North Strip property exactly on schedule. Ford Transit parks in loading dock bay 3. Contractor ladder and equipment case visible through rear windows. Professional contractor appearance maintained for surveillance cameras. Badge swipe at North Strip employee entrance proceeds without challenge. Card reader accepts cloned keycard credentials immediately. Maintenance window remains active until 03:30 according to approved documentation. Security guards acknowledge contractor presence with standard nod. 01:43 a.m. Second Pi deployment behind kiosk bank near sportsbook area. Location selected for optimal network access and minimal foot traffic. Mi-Fi-B establishes connection through different cellular tower using same carrier network. Load balancing prevents pattern detection. 01:44 a.m. Batch 2 executes from van position in loading bay. Remote connection established through secure tunnel. $6.1 million promotional credits seeded to 28 player accounts across North Strip property. Redeem API echo confirms successful database writes without error conditions. 01:45 a.m. Jonah Mercer approaches North Strip cage wearing contractor uniform. Guest recovery memo printed by cashier without additional questions. Document initials show JM48 for audit trail. No secondary verification required due to promotional credit classification. 01:46 a.m. Downtown AOC refresh status still shows pending in system logs. Audit table displays null flags across promotional categories. Nolan remains offline by operational design. No real-time monitoring alerts triggered during maintenance window. 01:47 a.m. Vehicle transition executed precisely. Ford Transit secured in commercial garage on 4th Street. Blue Corolla retrieved using keys registered under Evelyn Rowe alias. License plates swapped efficiently. Steering wheel wiped clean of fingerprints. 01:49 a.m. Cross-property coordination maintains precision timing across all operational sites. Database synchronization performs flawlessly between Las Vegas and Reno systems. Network infrastructure supports operations consistently without triggering security alerts. Personnel coordination proceeds according to detailed operational plan. Financial instruments process automatically through established banking channels. Cash conversion executes seamlessly through legitimate business processes. 01:50 a.m. Documentation maintains credible appearance under cursory inspection. Communication security preserves operational integrity through encrypted channels. Equipment performance meets technical specifications exactly as tested during preparation. Surveillance evasion tactics prove effective against standard security protocols. Risk mitigation strategies function properly without requiring contingency activation. Emergency protocols remain unused but ready for immediate deployment. Zota 1, 52 a.m. Remote Operations Reno. Batch 3 initiates via MiFi-C connection to Reno satellite property. Network tunnel utilizes cloned YubiKey OTP already enrolled under service account exemption. Authentication succeeds without triggering additional verification protocols. $4.0 million promotional credits seeded across Reno player database. Interstate Gaming Compact enables credit transfer validation. Cross-property agreements facilitate seamless transaction processing. Zo 1:53 a.m. Reno Cage processes marker refunds to Red Coyote LLC and Eastline Analytics LLC corporate accounts. ACH file generation queued for Tuesday processing due to Memorial Day banking holiday. NACHA timestamp records 01:54 for audit compliance. 01:55 a.m. Downtown Pit Boss records color up transaction at Blackjack Table 7. Chips cross cage window for conversion to marker offset. Internal security camera pans left toward slot machine area. Kiosk DTK-12 remains unobserved during maintenance period. Ashto 1:57 a.m. Nolan triggers revoke shadow PRS1 script for 6 accounts used in multiple transactions. Database modification maintains ledger balance against average promotional burn rates. Audit trail cleanup prevents detection during reconciliation procedures. Zero shown 1:59 a.m. AOC refresh warning begins on North Strip system displays. Automated countdown shows 2 minutes until anti-abuse controls activate. His granted promotional credits already cleared all cash conversion points successfully. 02:01 a.m. Unexpected variable emerges. Scheduled windows. Defender definition update spikes CPU utilization on staging ETL host server. System performance degrades temporarily. Reno batch process logs repeat entries automatically. Duplicate promotional IDs masked as routine restart sequence. Coincidence benefits Nolan's operation timing. 02:02 a.m. NGCB compliance analyst sends low priority email regarding promotional balance exhaustion patterns. Real-time monitoring not triggered due to holiday weekend staffing. Alert classification remains routine operational notice. 2:04 a.m. Ivy cycles second cage window at downtown location for additional conversions. AML daily aggregation remains below $5,000 individual threshold due to guest recovery transaction classification silo. Anti-money laundering protocols bypass promotional credits. 02:06 a.m. Jonah exits North Strip property with marker refund authorization slip. Soft count team occupied with slot machine reconciliation procedures. No security intercept attempted. Professional contractor appearance maintains credible cover. 02:08 a.m. Nolan extracts Pi hardware from both downtown and North Strip locations. Storage devices wiped using BLK discard, secure deletion protocols. Kiosks resume normal boot sequences automatically. Maintenance display ribbons clear without intervention. 02:10 a.m. Transit to U.S. Highway 95. South begins extraction phase. Mobile phones secured in Faraday sleeve for complete signal isolation. Radio scanners powered off. No communication intercept possible during transport. 02:12 a.m. Reno property transmits ACH pre-notification to Federal Reserve System. Settlement processing scheduled Tuesday due to Memorial Day banking holiday. Electronic money transfer path secured through legitimate business channels. 02:14 a.m. North Strip AOC refresh completes successfully on schedule. Anti-abuse flags update to active status across all promotional categories, but granted promotional credits already consumed and converted to negotiable instruments. 02:16 a.m. Downtown surveillance reviews guest dispute at adjacent slot bank. Security monitor displays kiosk DTK-12 online status as normal. No incident codes generated during review process. Maintenance window appears routine. 02:18 a.m. Ford Transit abandoned in predetermined commercial garage location. Steering wheel wiped clean of identifying marks. License plates restored to original rental configuration. Vehicle secured for later recovery. 02:20 a.m. Blue Corolla departure toward Henderson via Lake Mead Parkway route. GPS tracking device never installed on rental vehicle. No real-time vehicle tracking capability available to law enforcement. 02:22 a.m. Reno Cage finalizes marker refund batch processing procedures. Administrative timestamp stamps show completion time. Railroad 2:40:17. Electronic files transmitted to corporate banking partners successfully. ER 2:25 a.m. Close call emerges. Downtown IT department notices MAC address, mismatch on kiosk network controller during routine log review. Help desk creates ticket IT kiosk 331. Queue priority set to morning business hours only. Crisis avoided through timing. 02:28 a.m. Lake Mead Parkway arrival proceeds without incident. Nolan deletes grantarcomp.ps1 from USB thumb drive using secure deletion. Keeps cloned YubiKey hardware for potential future operational use. 02:30 a.m. North Strip generates exception report 17B automatically. Document summarizes guest recovery promotional overuse patterns. Print schedule delayed until 08 in business hours due to holiday staffing. 02:33 a.m. ACH file verification completed. Partner Bank SFTP outbound directory contains expected transfer file names. Dollar amounts matches operational ledger calculations exactly. Electronic money movement confirmed successful. 02:35 a.m. Pi hardware reformatted using military-grade deletion protocols. Micro SD card packaging discarded in marina trash receptacle with routine boat rental receipts. Physical evidence destruction completed systematically. 02:38 a.m. Encrypted messenger notifications sent to Ivy and Jonah simultaneously. UX test compensation instructions provided through secure channels. Both participants instructed to delete messaging application immediately after reading. 02:40 a.m. Final verification procedures. $14.3 million ledger delta confirmed across 3 casino properties. Internal accounting books won't reconcile until 10 a.m. business hours. Discovery timeline calculated precisely. 02:43 a.m. Boulder Beach boat ramp arrival exactly on schedule. Engine shutdown. Wind patterns create sound cover over water surface. Complete operational silence achieved. Extraction location secured. 02:48 a.m. FBI Cyber Division, Las Vegas Resident Agency, receives NGCB escalation email notification. On-call federal agent flags communication as possible coordinated cybersecurity exploit. Investigation protocols activated. 02:50 a.m. Nolan secures Pelican case in trunk compartment. Equipment inventory complete. Operational evidence contained. Prepares vehicle for final departure from extraction site. 02:53 a.m. Headlights approach through desert access road. Multiple vehicles. Federal sting operation forms tactical perimeter around his position. Extraction timeline compromised. When the car door closed, nobody recorded whether he walked out again. Partnership agencies. Nevada Gaming Control Board, IRS Criminal Investigation, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Timeline reconstruction, May 27, 8:12 a.m. Exception report 17 of B prints across 3 properties. Combined totals show $14,300,000 promotional variance from baseline projections. 09:40 a.m. Casino management software vendor confirms no authorized guest recovery. Promotional campaign scheduled for Memorial Day weekend. 10:05 a.m. CCTV review discovers kiosk MAC address mismatch. The IT help desk ticket escalated to the security department. Forensic investigation focuses on multiple evidence streams. ACH transfer files contain Red Coyote LLC and Eastline Analytics LLC routing information. IP access logs from whitelisted vendor VLANs show anomalous connection patterns. Cloned YubiKey serial number doesn't match vendor hardware inventory. Critical breakthrough. Cell site location data links single prepaid SIM card across MiFi A and MiFi B devices. IMEI correlation provides a geographic movement pattern. The overlooked detail from operational planning becomes the investigation pivot point. Both individuals provide test scripts and payment instructions received through encrypted messaging. Neither admits criminal knowledge or intent. Both describe recruitment as user experience testing for promotional systems. Financial choke point established. Banks file suspicious activity reports retroactively. ACH settlement reversals initiated through the Federal Reserve. Hardware evidence trail leads to micro center retail purchases. Serial numbers correlate with cash transactions. Private mailbox camera footage shows Nolan wearing Whitaker Systems vendor jacket. Federal indictment charges: wire fraud, access device fraud, aggravated identity theft, money laundering. Charging decision presents two outcome scenarios. Option A, arrest at Boulder Beach leads to sealed federal indictment. Laptop forensics yields script metadata and operational timeline evidence. Option B, subject escapes during sting operation confusion. Vehicle trunk found open. Pelican case missing. Blue Corolla was discovered abandoned near Railroad Pass 2 days later. Digital forensics reveal operational sophistication. PowerShell scripts contain advanced evasion techniques. Database manipulation shows insider knowledge. Network bridging demonstrates technical competence. Timing exploitation proves system understanding. Cross-property coordination indicates extensive reconnaissance. Financial routing displays money laundering expertise. Personnel recruitment suggests social engineering skills. Equipment procurement shows operational security awareness. Documentation forgery demonstrates attention to detail. Surveillance evasion indicates counterintelligence knowledge. Risk mitigation reveals contingency planning. Emergency protocols show professional preparation. Evidence destruction attempts technical sophistication. Communications security maintains operational compartmentalization. Geographic distribution prevents traditional pattern analysis. Timing synchronization exploits known system vulnerabilities. Banking integration utilizes legitimate business processes. Cash conversion follows established financial channels. Regulatory compliance exploits jurisdictional gaps. The investigation timeline spans multiple federal agencies. Interagency coordination requires extensive resource allocation. Technical analysis demands specialized cybersecurity expertise. Financial tracing involves complex corporate structures. Geographic scope crosses multiple state jurisdictions. Legal proceedings involve federal court systems. Evidence collection requires advanced digital forensics. Witness interviews span multiple investigative disciplines. Surveillance analysis demands pattern recognition expertise. Network forensics requires specialized technical knowledge. Database analysis involves reverse engineering techniques. Timeline reconstruction demands precise documentation. Cross-reference verification requires multiple data sources. Pattern analysis involves statistical correlation methods. Financial analysis requires specialized accounting expertise. Legal analysis involves multiple federal statutes. Prosecution strategy requires interagency coordination. Defense preparation involves technical expert witnesses. Court proceedings require specialized jury selection. Evidence presentation demands technical translation. Verdict determination involves complex legal standards. Sentencing considerations include multiple aggravating factors. Restitution calculations require financial reconstruction. Penalty determination involves federal sentencing guidelines. Appeal processes involve appellate court procedures. Final documentary frame: 1 unused YubiKey secured in federal evidence storage. Maintenance window exploit patched system-wide. Casino promotional verification protocols updated. He thought he was exploiting a timing error. In reality, he was creating one.